right, welcome back to Teach Me Money Methods. Let's go over what I made over the weekend, and then we'll jump right into the training for today, any tips and tricks that I have, and then also we'll answer any questions that you had on my last video. So let's get started. So January 12th was Friday, and then Saturday was January 13th, and then yesterday was Sunday. So you can just quickly see right here, or pause the video. I'm not going to spend too much time on the spreadsheet. You can see we had actually our lowest logged day of the year was right here on, I believe that was Friday actually. And then we had a decent day on Saturday, and then we had a killer day on Sunday, almost topping off $800 in one day. That was our second biggest day of the year. And the last time I had a big day like this was also on the weekend. So there's been some really good products that come out. And I think that the vendors strategically launch them on the weekends so there's less competition. That's at least what I'm thinking that they're doing. And so I did end up having to put together a marketing campaign on the weekend, and it proved to be a really good decision, bringing in almost $800. A lot of this was Wire Plus at $350 that day. You can look at our averages at $460 for the year so far. And in today, that's pretty much it. But today I want to talk about TikTok versus solo ads for building an email list. I did in the last week. I've tested TikTok ads. I had a video editor put together some really good, what they call creatives on TikTok. But basically these are my TikTok ads. So we put together two videos. One of them, we edited the last part of the video. So you could technically say that it's 3 videos or 3 creatives. We tested those on TikTok right over here, and you can see some of the stats. I've shared those already last week on the channel. We were able to build our list by 51 additional people on our list. You can see the cost, all this. So the stats are right here, transparent. And then last week, or a couple of days ago, I believe it was 3 days ago, I also launched a Udemy ad right over here. And I didn't go for the cheapest. This one was more like 69 or 71 cents per click. So I used to look at this and go for the cheapest 40-cent clicks and so forth, but I'm a little bit different in my thinking now, and I have a little bit more funds to play around with. And so I went with a more expensive ad, a solo ad. And you can see most of this traffic came from the United States. You can actually see United States 83%, and then Canada, then United Kingdom, Australia, and so forth. And you can see that. You can actually go and look at like detailed stats right over here. And it's going to tell you 33 visitors on the 13th. And then on the 12th is when I got the bulk of them, 186 visitors. So at the end of the day, it delivered 109% over delivery on that. And it ended up being 219 visitors, but I'm just going to say 200 for the sake of this video. I'm not going to count any bonuses that they give you, because there's also what's called listed. If you go over into, detailed stats, there's something that's called useless, real but useless visitors, duplicates, and so forth. So that's, I guess, quality 219, but I'm still going to stick with the 200 that I ordered, and that is what I'm going off of. I put together just a quick kind of rundown on what this looks like. So I'm going to go over here into the notes section right over here. And what you can see over here is we ran our TikTok ads testing over here, and then we ran our Udemy solo ads testing. Now, I paid, you can basically pause the video, but we had a total of 118 clicks over here. We did have almost twice as many clicks with Udemy or Udemy, whatever you want to call it. But we were able to get more clicks and more traffic for cheaper, because you can see the cost per click, 71 cents. Cost per click is more expensive on TikTok. But the total spend is very similar, right? $135 on TikTok and $141 on this Udemy solo ads testing. Now, when we look at it, the total leads is very close as well. So 51 leads came in from TikTok and 46 from Udemy. And then when we come over here and look at conversion rate, this is where things start getting a lot more interesting. The conversion rate, now remember, this is important to note, that I use the native form inside of TikTok, and that is actually what is recommended for higher conversion rates. But the caveat to that, and it's a little bit painful, is that you do have to go into TikTok and you will have to export your leads. So after your campaign, you will have to come over here to TikTok. You'll have to hover over here and click on leads. And I'm not going to show those to you. And then you'll have to export them, and then you'll have to upload that to whatever email service that you're using. And so that is a little bit annoying, especially if you're doing this on a mass scale. Let's say you're spending $100 a day or something like that. You're going to be getting 100 leads a day. You're going to want to bring those people into your environment and into your marketing funnel quickly. There are ways to automatically have that happen through Zapier and so forth. But I'm using and trying to move my marketing over to System because I've paid for an annual subscription, and it ends up being about $35 a month for everything. I get my marketing funnel, things like ClickFunnels and so forth. I also get my squeeze pages. I also get emails and autoresponders and automation built in. And I'm also paying $50 a month for GetResponse. And this year I'm trying to go with one tool if I can to do everything. And I already know for a fact that if I go with GetResponse, I love GetResponse and I've been with them for years. I'm having a hard time. I haven't canceled my plan with them yet. I'm having a hard time doing that because I also am a believer in you get what you pay for. There's a reason why GetResponse and ConvertKit and Aweber, there's a reason why they're expensive, because they work and they've been around for a really long time. They've stood the test of time, and you just can rely on them to work. System is rather new, and there are some things that you can't do from an email marketing standpoint and so forth. I'm torn between do I make the full switch or not, but right now I'm dipping into both. I've got 2,000 subscribers on GetResponse, and then I'm building up. I've got over 400 subscribers now in System that I've built the last couple months. And so now I'm double dipping. I need to decide which one and move them all over. If I move them into GetResponse, I'm going to go up into the next plan pretty quickly. After 2,500 subscribers, I believe, then they'll be charging me even more, right? So as your list gets bigger and GetResponse, you're going to continue to have to pay more money. That's not the case in System. So you'll just have to look at that, right? But we have all of our statistics over here. And like I said, if you don't have that automation set up, and if you're using System, there's no way. That's a huge disadvantage of using System for your email auto-responding needs, is that they don't really have any customizations or APIs or anything to hook to Zapier or to work with other tools. And that is why those other tools, that's why I'm having a hard time letting go, so I won't be able to integrate into there. And so then if I was going to run TikTok on a big basis and use System, I would have to come in every day or two, grab my leads right here, and then go and upload them. And it's a manual process, and eventually you're going to probably have burnout doing that. So that's just something to consider and to know. So when we look over here, really just looking at the conversion rate was really good, almost twice as good on TikTok over here. And then the conversion rate over here was much less. Over here, we got almost twice the traffic, and we got fewer leads over here with Udemy. And the cost per lead, here's the magic number, right? The cost per lead with Udemy solo ads, someone that absolutely knows nothing about you. They haven't even watched a video of you. They are subscribing blindly, right? For just to make money online opportunity or whatever you're doing. And this was $3 cost per lead, and it was only $2.65 cost per lead on TikTok. Another thing that I like about TikTok was that people saw my video. They got to know me just a little bit, 30 seconds to a minute of what does this guy even do? He does affiliate marketing on YouTube. What is he offering? I'm interested in, and they have to go the extra route or to actually sign up and fill out that form. And so I think that a little bit more effort went into them signing this, filling this form out. And then also they saw my content as well. And so I think that if I had to make a guess, I would say that the TikTok ads, while had a higher percentage, a lot higher percentage, a clear winner, less cost per lead, and then also the fact that I think that they're going to be a little bit more warmer of a lead than just going over here on Udemy. So that kind of concludes I didn't get any sales on either one, right? At the end of the day, I didn't get any sales. It'd be super cool if I got one sale over here and 5 sales over here, and it would just add to the TikTok kind of story that TikTok would be better to do this. But this was a fun test for me. This is by no means enough data to like fully call a winner. There's some things that I could do over here. Obviously try different solo ad people. And my squeeze page probably needs improvement. On your squeeze page, I could put a video so then they could actually watch the video and then put a link to sign up or something like that. So there's things I can do to make these a little bit better, but you have to look at the concept of this right over here and versus someone that signed up to my list over here versus someone that signed up over here. These are people that are almost conditioned to click a link in an email and go and get on somebody's email list because you have thousands of people selling these services on Udemy. They have tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of emails, these professional email marketers, and they're just sending traffic. And I did get leads. That's cool. And I'm building my email list, right? So if I didn't put in this, I have a total of, let's just call it 100 new email leads that I was able to bring into my business. But at the end of the day, this costed $300. And are these more pretty targeted? Yeah, they are. They're all make money online. They all have to do with make money online. I think at the end of the day, I would probably call TikTok just for the fact that it costs less to get the lead. The conversion rate is way better. And the fact that they saw my video and then still signed up, it means to me that they're going to be just a little bit more warm and more likely to engage in my next email and my content. So overall, with this test, I probably would continue with the TikTok ads. To be honest with you, I'm very surprised by that because I haven't had a whole lot with YouTube ads, like running for email list building or making sales or anything like that. But I think for building a list, so here's what I would do next, guys, is that I would take this data over here, right? And we would go in to TikTok and I would go and I would go in here to analytics and then do audience insights and so forth. And I would start looking at the demographics and start looking at the data that actually shows exactly like who my actual audience is, the engagement, the interest and so forth. And then the age range and so forth. I think we have this by age somewhere as well. We have the interest, which is super cool. But we can get that somewhere. I saw it earlier. But if we get all those metrics, then I could probably, because I know that there's people that can get this down to $1 something, maybe $1.50, $1.35 per lead. And then that's game changing because then you can start really ramping up and scaling and putting your marketing dollars into just building your email list. And then you can start sending people to your content so that you can just build your audience. I think this is really cool. I would say that the winner would be TikTok, and this is the one that I would probably put more energy and effort into. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little test for you guys. We're going to go in and look at the comments. We only have one comment. I appreciate you, Dan Best, showing up and commenting on this video. So yet again, such a useful info from someone who's actually doing it for real. I appreciate that. Paid versus organic traffic. I find organic traffic converts better. Absolutely. Like you saw that I spent $300 and I wasn't able to get one $27 sign up. So paid traffic is not an easy thing to win at, right? And you're typically winning at paid traffic if you can actually break even or even maybe even like less than 10% or 20%, still maybe make 80% of your money back. That's actually winning with paid advertising. Most people, you see the people that make the video and on YouTube about paid traffic and how they're so successful and so forth, but they're really inside of the probably 1 or 2% that can actually turn paid traffic into a success. Paid traffic is very difficult, and I absolutely 100% agree with that. You have to have some money like I did to throw around and test for fun. I'm not mad that I lost $300 or anything like that. But if you don't have that kind of money and you're relying on building your business based on TikTok ads or Udemy solo ads, that is not the way to go. Absolutely not. You're better off spending your money on a better microphone, a better camera, all those things, and continuing to build content so that you can get eyeballs on your content. Okay. So please in the next video, mention what percentage of time or effort you put into content creation for YouTube versus blog with the latest Google changes search is better for focus on YouTube. I can answer that right now. I don't even need to make a video about this, but I will tell you absolutely 100,000%. I am far more of a fan of YouTube. You should probably know that by now. YouTube, I'm able to put out content and then it can rank literally in less than an hour, and it can actually outrank all of the people that are doing parasite SEO and all the people that have authority websites and so forth. My channel, when I put up the right keyword and so forth, even like very commercial intent keywords, it goes right up to the top of Google. And then I don't get penalized by YouTube. It's just the best way to go. You're creating content, you're making money with the monetization of the channel. Your video is going to make money, probably more money than your post is going to make creating content, and then waiting 8 months for it to rank. And then maybe you make $5 on your article, right? It's just, I can't say enough about how YouTube is successful, and it's changed my life for the better. And I just absolutely, I like building websites. It's fun and everything, but it is very disheartening to invest in AI tools, to invest all your time into all these things, and then to still just not see any results, right? Or finally get results, and then boom, an algorithm comes out, Google update comes out, and then your site is toast, right? And I'm just not trying to be negative or be the bearer of bad news, but that's 100% what happens. So I'm a huge advocate for building your business around YouTube right now. And then as far as the next video mentioned, the percentage of your time you put into content creation for YouTube, right now it's 95% or 100% into YouTube. And I do AI stuff and I build websites and everything, but that's because I have a channel at LearnWire where that is a huge topic of discussion. And so I still have to stay in the game, if you will, building the sites and so forth. But I put most of my effort into YouTube. I'd say over 90% of my time in my business is for YouTube. So hopefully that helps you out, helps answer your question. Appreciate you. Leave comments for the next video, and I'll see you in the next video.